Hello and welcome to this video from ProcureMe. I'm Jason Kay, the founder and principal consultant at ProcureMe, and we are a procurement consultancy based in the Humber region of the UK, and we deliver value and reduce risk through good procurement. Today's video is a demonstration of the price quality SeeSaw. This is something I developed to provide an easy way of demonstrating and remembering the effect price and quality have on each other. After all, that's a key aspect of all procurement. If we look at the ideal scenario, you'll see this is where we're buying at the right price and buying the right quality. And 90% of the time, this is what procurement professionals should be aiming for. Now, you might ask why that's not 100% of the time. Well, perhaps 10% of the time is where business needs dictate something a little bit different, such as high-speed delivery and price isn't an issue. So 90% of the time, this is where we're aiming for. If we look at the low price scenario, this scenario tends to develop due to external pressures from non-procurement people within your organisation. Perhaps it's those people that would benefit from watching this video or from you using this technique to demonstrate the effect that price and quality have on each other. Now, that's not a criticism of non-procurement people. It's just acknowledging that we have different jobs and different priorities, and those priorities often don't line up. This situation we can see on the slide may offer a very low price, but what it's doing is increasing the chance of the reduction in quality. Now, that higher cost might manifest itself in a few different ways. A couple of examples would be, 1, the product you're buying starts to fail. This is due to your supplier substituting materials for cheaper options because you're driving that cost down so low, they're not making sufficient profit on the sale. That would have a very high cost to your business. Another situation would be where, as a customer, you're becoming less and less attractive to your suppliers by constantly wanting to drive the price down. The effect that can have is that when your supplier is struggling to provide all of his customers the right level of service or the right quality of products, quantity of product on time and so on, you actually go to the back of the list because, you know what, you're not particularly a good customer to have because they make very little money from you. So when times get difficult, you're a customer that will suffer and will not be provided as expected. Okay, moving on to the high price scenario, which is pretty much the opposite of the previous slide. What this is demonstrating is where we've got a situation where the quality is actually overspecified and we're buying perhaps a Rolls Royce instead of a Ford Fiesta. There are other cars available. What that means is that although you have a product which does what you need it to do and will probably never fail to do that, the price you're paying is much higher than it needs to be. Now, this presents itself with an ideal opportunity for the procurement professional to develop a cost-saving opportunity. And you do that by simply determining what the right quality is and sourcing a product of that quality. And automatically, the cost will go down. Now, in the real world, things are not always that simple. Things are not black and white. And there's a certain amount of guesswork when we're trying to establish whether we're paying the right price or not. And I would suggest that most of the time you're actually working within some certain parameters, as you can see on that slide. And as long as you're within this sort of acceptable range, then you're doing okay. You will find different areas where you can increase or decrease the quality and increase or decrease the price. So you will get some little gains. And these are the gains you tend to get with a longer term relationship where you're working with your suppliers to get gains every year. Determining the right price is always really difficult. And quite often we think we know what that price is. Maybe you're working in an open book arrangement with your suppliers. One thing I would say is you still cannot be certain whether you're paying the right price or not. And I've seen this for myself, where a supplier is working open book, you're seeing what their actual costs are. What you need to understand is that there are several backdoor ways where your supplier can gain the upper hand over you as the buyer. And one of these ways, for example, would be where a supplier is invoiced from the branch. He provides that invoice to demonstrate his cost to you, and you recompense him accordingly. What you don't understand is that he actually has a rebate system set up with the supplier. So the head office will rebate all of his business with that supplier. So therefore, he's actually paying, in effect, a much lower price. And these rebates can be really, really high. So don't get caught out by thinking you can see what his actual costs are, because that might not be the case. Okay, thanks for watching. Hopefully you will find that useful, whether as a procurement professional, or you just want to understand the principles of procurement a little bit better. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you would like to discuss any opportunities or have any questions for the upcoming videos, please present them to us in any of the formats you can see on the slide. Our next video will in fact be a question and answer video, and we'll be answering a number of questions which have been sent in by our viewers and our clients and other organisations within the procurement industry. So until then, bye for now.